All right, hello to you all watching on YouTube. We're back. I'm not tremendously drunk the way I was in the first 2 episodes of Nerdköping. I also didn't do a stupid intro at the start of this one, which is weird because the stupid intro has kind of been a trope of this series so far, but that's partly because I woke up at 12:30 a.m. this morning and it is currently 2:19 p.m. So I'm getting towards where bedtime would be, but I figured that, you know, I'm 27 years old, I'm an adult, I run my own business, and I can make the decision to play video games instead of going to bed at a reasonable time. That seems fair to me. Anyway, I've been thinking about a couple of things. Is what I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about a couple of things, and I'm pretty sure, to be completely honest with you, I thought about the first idea that I'm going to share with you in the shower, or while bathing the cat. I'm not really sure which one it was. Either way, it involved the shower. So, the first idea I had, I was thinking of, you know what, I think I actually dreamt this. I'm pretty sure I woke up with it. Either way, it doesn't matter. I want to get rid of the high school. At least I want to move it. I want to move the high school to where this park entrance is here, and thankfully it's not the main entrance, so it's not going to get rid of the park completely. And I want to put a bus station over here, because I reckon that would be a fantastic place for a bus station right by what is essentially our main street, our high street, as it were. So I want to move the high school and put a bus station right here, and then I want to have buses sort of, you know, going through it, coming in here from whatever else we build. The other idea that I have involves this space out here. I was thinking, and again, I'm pretty sure I come up with this one in the shower. I think this is the one I come up with in the shower, if I'm completely honest with you. I want to build a sort of, not a retail park, but like an office park, as it were. I want to build using the office zone. I want to put some offices out here, but I also want to do a little bit of industrial look and stuff. I want to do maybe a steel plant. I think that would be a bit too much next to this little town, but I will do some warehouses. I think that would be kind of cool. So we'll do some warehouses out there, maybe with some European style offices. I'm not really too sure. But speaking of European style, I do actually want to get a little bit of that in here. So let's go ahead and make this into an actual district is what I want to do. So we're just going to go up and around, you know, just up and around the shaft. Yes, I know what I just said. Just, you know, at some point, you have to embrace the meme, and I know what I've done here. Yeah, it goes slightly to the left, and that's just the way it is sometimes. You know, just around here, and basically, we're going to turn this into a district that has the European theme on it. Let's take that off of there, because I really don't want my district extending onto the roundabout there. Oh, also need to fill in that space. So this is Barlow Heights, which we're going to change to be the vanilla. What style do we, what is the map theme on this map? That's probably something I really should have considered. Let's check out this part. And I guess let's do some high density, because it might be European by default. And if it is, that would be fantastic. Oh, it is. Okay. That works perfectly for me. Right. So let's go ahead and just tear out all of the commercial zoning and replace it with high density commercial zoning, because it's not going to go super tall anyway, right? So we're just going to do some high density European there, and that's going to make it look a little bit more like a high street. It's not going to look too ridiculous, and I think that's totally fine by me. I kind of like that. It's not going to necessarily have the perfect corners that I would love to have, but I am not really too bothered by that. It's never going to be perfect anyway, so we're not really going to stress too much about it. And I think we are going to go ahead and we're going to tear apart this beautiful park that I think we built in part 4 of the series. I don't know. I don't know when we built it. Time is relative. I'm also not going to pause while I do this. That's my promise. Every time I do things in City Skylines, I always pause. And people are always like, hey, man, you know, maybe don't pause the game and maybe things would happen once in a while. And I think, you know, you're not wrong. So we're going to try and do this without actually pausing. And I'm going to try and get this basketball court right next to that. So that doesn't look, I mean, truth be told, it doesn't look amazing, but that's fine. Neither do I, so who am I to comment, really? Let's just get the park entrance in there. We'll go for that spot, and we'll go for that spot. And that actually connected right away, which is fantastic. We can connect this end pretty much immediately as well. Put some fences around it, and that is fine. It's obviously not as nicely detailed as it once was, but I'm not really too bothered about it. Obviously gonna have to take out some fence. I've done all this beautiful detailing with the trees and I'm just destroying it, man. Oh well, that's fine. We're gonna put a beautiful, I say beautiful, we're putting a bus depot in here, and I'm probably gonna have to get rid of the nice big curved road that I happen to really enjoy as well. Oh well, that's probably fine. I guess what I could do, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, hello. Why can't I do this? Distance too short? I don't think so. There we go. So we'll do it that way. And we'll just keep this nice and level to the road that is right there. And we'll put a bus depot right on it. So right about there. Oh, hold on a minute. You need to move. So park info booth. I would be happy to put it there. Kind of looks like it belongs to the high school a little bit more, which I'm okay with. And then this goes here with probably anarchy off to make sure the trees disappear. So that looks weird, but to me that looks realistic as well. And you might be thinking to yourself, what the hell do I mean? What I mean is I've been in several European cities where this is kind of the thing, right? You've got these old proper European style buildings, and then across the street from, I'm pretty sure I've seen this in Cologne, Germany, and Stockholm, Sweden. I've seen it in both of those cities. You've got that across the street from these beautiful old European buildings. It's just the way it is. It's how things happen. So I'm fine with this. I'm going to put some fences around this open area, and we're going to turn this into a beautiful, I say beautiful. It's going to be a thing. Is what it's going to be. So we're just going to deal with that. How can I connect this? Just that. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay. I want that back. So anarchy on. Oh, hold on. We'll keep propping tree anarchy on as well. And then grab this and just move it out a little bit. So something a bit like that seems fine by me. And then I don't know what we do here. I'm kind of considering bringing this, I guess just something like that kind of works. I don't think that's terrible. Honestly, I could probably just do there and across. It's not great. Can I be really cheeky and do something like this, and then I can hide that? I think I'm gonna do something like that, and then I'm gonna hide it. We're gonna hide our crimes as we usually do. So I need a nice big tree there. I need a nice big tree there, a nice big tree there, and we'll put one of these guys right about there. So now you can barely see what's going on, and I think that's fine. Yeah, that seems fine by me. I do want to get some more fences around here, and I do want to get some more detailing, but just for the time being, that's all right. So let me see. What do our buses do at the minute? So our buses go all the way up there. And I want to say that those are relatively busy lines, but I'm going to take them out, is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take those out completely. We're going to bring you in, which is going to be weird. Oh, this is going to be very weird. We might need to do some one-way work here. Yeah, there's a distinct chance we might do that. That's going to be weird, but okay. Let's do that. And let's do that. Yeah, that is gonna that is gonna be distinctly weird, is what it's gonna be. But I'm gonna give it a shot because I want my buses coming in here. I want my buses coming in here. I want it to look interesting. I want it to be kind of weird. So we're gonna do that. And there's already people going there, so that's fine. What I do want to do is I want to stop people from parking. So no parking on either of those roads. I'm not gonna have parking here or there or down there. And that is totally fine. So we'll kind of let the buses do their thing. We'll figure out how that's gonna go. I think what I'm probably gonna want to do is probably put some bollards in here. I think that would kind of be a really good idea, actually. I think that'd be kind of cool. Put some bollards in, detail it, make it look kind of fancy. I'm debating whether or not that's something I really want to focus on right now, or if focusing on detailing this space would be an idea, because I feel like this space is really neglected. And I honestly don't know what to put in here. I genuinely have no idea. Probably a park, to be totally honest. It'll probably be a park. All right, yeah, we're gonna detail this. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna detail this. Let's take that fence out and let's make this look proper. I don't want to leave it undone, because if I do, then there's the risk that it won't be a risk that I don't come back to it, but it'll certainly be a risk that I won't come back to it for a little while. So I'd kind of like to make this look as good as I can make it. So you're gonna come down to, yeah, there's fine, I guess. Hold on a minute. I don't want to grab anything but nodes. I don't want to grab that node and move it back a little bit, please, to about there. Should be fine. So bring that over to, I need to turn off road guidelines because they are annoying the hell out of me. So we'll do that. We'll bring you over to, oh boy. Oh, that is going kind of nice and parallel, so that's fine. We'll go there. Take you out. Take these guys out. And then we have this kind of entryway here for vehicles, which is probably a little bit of a steep turn, not a sharp turn, but it's probably a bit of a rough turn for buses to make, if we're being totally honest with ourselves. So maybe just bring this back ever so slightly, make that a little bit wider, and I think that'll be fine. I think what we can also do is go to here, go to here, go to there, and line you up like that, bring it in, and then line you up and bring you in, and bring this one into line about, I want to say there, and maybe you come down a little bit too. And that looks all right. We can put some trees in that, make it look kind of fancy, make it look a little bit nicer. And, you know, it's immediately just a bit of detail. I think what I imagine this city would do with this space is some trees kind of like this. It's got these massive conifers already surrounding the area. So I want to say it would be trees kind of like this, and then spaced out a bit. So maybe that. And I think that's okay. It's not, it's, you know, you can see the building from up here. We'd probably have some flowers in there as well, but I don't really know that I want to do that. We'd probably have fences on the side too, but I'm going to put some nice color in here. That's kind of my priority right now, if I'm completely honest with you. But let's see. We'll do a little bit back here as well. And we'll do, I think, a little bit more here. Just something like that. That looks fine. That looks... Yeah, that looks fine to me. I don't hate that. It's, again, it's not overly detailed. It's just enough. I think the last thing I want to do for this space, just for now, I'll come back to it eventually, is going to be bollards. So let's do a real quick search for bollard. Let's figure out what kind we're going to use. Probably these old, oh, those are a bit too small. Those maybe not. What about those? What would we use? We could use these, but they seem a little weird. We got various stone ones. I've got these ones. What is this? Tropical bollards. I don't hate them. I certainly don't hate them. That seems a little... Ooh. Actually, you know, truth be told, that seems like it would be the most reasonable. So let me try doing something like that. So if I was to go... I'm just going to do this manually. By hand. I know, that's weird. 1, 2, 3... I want to say 4? So 4 bollards. I know the people walk through them, but I can't really stop that. So 4 bollards. We're not going to grab buildings. We're going to grab props. I'm going to copy them. And then basically I want to do... So the bus can get around them fine. So 1... I don't care if they're not perfectly aligned. I'd like them to be relatively well aligned, but they don't have to be absolutely perfect. So something a bit like this the whole way across, just to, you know, make it look like there's a bit more detail going on. Because this is a lot of concrete to not have any detail on. It's going to look... What the hell happened there? Oh, that's garbage collection. That's fine. That one thing there. It's a lot of blank concrete to not have any detailing on. So I think that, as weird as it looks and repetitive as it looks, just breaks up the concrete a bit. And I'd also be curious to see if I have, by any chance, any static buses that I can place. I kind of hope so. Oh, I do. Fantastic. So, wait, can I not place these? What am I using a... Wait, what? Hold on a minute. What is this? Why is that a fence? Why have I got a fence that I'm placing? Interesting. What is that? I can't place that. Maybe I don't have any static buses that I can place. What is this? School bus, left-handed. Sightseeing bus. Okay, maybe I don't have any buses. I'm probably going to need to get some that I can place. Because I'd like to put some buses around this to make it look like they're parked down the side. I think that'd be kind of cool. But I guess for the time being, what I can maybe look into is maybe just a couple of industrial looking vehicles. If I've got any like box trucks or anything like that, that we could put around here. I'm not really sure. I guess we can look into it. So truck, let's see. Just something. Just some kind of thing. What is this? Billboard truck. Bakery. Am I using prop line tool at the minute? I'm using single props. Interesting. I think I might have some broken assets. I get the feeling that I do. Oh, that's interesting. So that actually places at the side of a... What? Interesting. Groundskeeper truck. Okay, that's weird. I have some weird things going on here. This'll be fine. So I'm going to put this in here. For whatever reason, there is a flatbed truck at the side of the bus depot. Lord knows why, but it's going to be there. And what else could I put in there? I really have no idea. We're just going to put some things is what we're going to do. Do I have anything from this area that I could put in there? I could put, oh, you know what I could have done? I could have put some planters instead of the bollards. I still technically could. I could have done some bushes. Actually, you know what? These bushes would be a really good way to border this. I don't have any long versions of it, but let's give this a shot. So if I was to bring this all the way back, so that looks like a pretty good line to me. We want to bring these closer together. I don't really want to angle them much further. I'm going to use this to do it as well. So anarchy on, and spacing is -1, and let's just do tiny little +1s so that they are just overlapping. Actually, I'm just going to use the larger ones because fewer assets. So that seems fine by me. Just move it that way ever so slightly. And that seems fine by me. So some bushes down the side there to kind of get rid of the line of concrete in the dirt. And we'll go up to about there. And I think just do the same thing. And then probably along the back too. So I don't know if this is going to line up absolutely perfectly. I don't really care too much if it doesn't. Because what I can do is just put some single little bushes in the corners, or just something kind of messy like that, where you can't really see the corner too much. Up at this end is currently lying open. Now that could be fixed with another one of these guys. So put you, I want to say about there. And then just another couple of just sort of hedges in that corner. Just a little bit like that. And I think that looks all right. Again, it's just a nice way to border this. So we've got a bit more detail in the bus depot. That's kind of what I'm wanting. We've got the truck back there. We've got some hedges around it. I'm kind of thinking that, what else could we do? What is this? That's enormous. I don't think that would be here. I don't think there'd be too... I honestly don't think there'd be too much in the way of just construction equipment around this depot. If I'm completely honest with you. I do like that I can do this though. That's neat. Would that be something we'd have here? So if I really wanted to, I could do some grass in these spots. Which I don't hate, but I don't feel like doing right now. No, that's not what I wanted at all. Ooh, get rid of you. Hold on. I just want to look at this from a little bit of a distance, because this is something I'll do later. I'll do this when I'm not recording. I like that a lot. I like the grass there a lot. I think that looks really, really friggin' cool. I like it. We're going to do it. Let's take out the bollards. I hate to do this. I hate to do it, but we're going to do it. So get rid of you. Get rid of you. And we're going to grab all the bollards. I know that we spent all of like 2 minutes placing them. That's fine. Are they considered buildings? Oh, I don't know what they're considered. Trees? I don't know what these are. Decals? Surfaces? They're surfaces. Okay, well, the good news is that I can just sort of copy them around a little bit. So do that. Then we'll grab, let's see. We'll grab the 4 of them and just move it down a bit to about there. About, I want to say there. And we'll grab 1 more and put it right about here. And I think that looks so much better. Even if they're not perfectly aligned, I think that looks So much better. Maybe some lamps at the end here, similar to what we have there, but I think that looks pretty cool. I'm not going to do too much more with that right now, though, because we focused on the bus stop way too much. I think that's just a cool bit of detail just to make this look a little bit nicer, integrate it a little bit more with the area that we got. So that's fine by me. This space up here, I don't know what to do with. I really don't know. I don't know what to do with this space. I don't want to just make it a park, but at the same time, I feel like it should just be a park since we got sort of our town hall here. I feel like that would kind of be... Would this be surrounded by a park or would this be surrounded by other... I say town hall, it's a tax office, but you know, imagination. I'm waving my hand. You can't see that I'm waving my hands as I say imagination, but just take my word for it. I'm waving my hands as I say the word imagination. Just so you're aware. It's imagination. So, I feel like it would be. I feel like it would be surrounded by some kind of park. In front of it, I feel like would be a park as well. So let's do that. Let's make this a park. I kind of have an idea for it. I'm thinking a little bit, in my head, I'm thinking of sort of the classic, a little more American styled kind of town hall, city hall type thing where it would be, you know, this with a nice plaza in front of it, a statue, things like that. We could... Hatsune Miku in chat, which is a reference I actually get. It could be, it says, it could be a little squared park surrounded by official buildings like libraries, courthouses, and stuff like that. I love the courthouse that's in City Skylines. I absolutely do, but I think this would be too much for the little town that we built. So I'd probably want to go grab something separate for it. I'm thinking myself that the official park might be a little too modern, but I'm thinking some kind of park with some kind of statue in here, like the disaster memorial, as grim as that is, would probably not be a bad shout. I feel like that's the kind of thing that would maybe be in the middle here, or something like the Statue of Wealth could be in the middle here. I think that's the kind of thing that would kind of be here, and the reason I'm thinking this is because I know what is his name? What is the YouTube channel? $2.20 is recreating Springfield from The Simpsons in City Skylines over on his YouTube channel at the moment, which I highly recommend everybody check out. He is a fantastic City Skylines creator. And in my head, I'm just seeing the middle of Springfield, the city hall with the statue across the road from. I know the layout of Springfield has some, I don't want to say controversy, but it's, you know, it's not 100% set in stone. But something like this, to me, looks right. And it also makes me think that this road should be changed into something like this, so that we actually have some borders to it. I think that would make sense. And then maybe around it, we also do the road with grass as well. Do the same over here and the same here too. I think that looks decent. I think this road here could maybe be turned into something kind of similar, because the park is going to be a bit weird if we don't do that. You need to be changed back into that kind of road. And, what else have we got? Do we have any other types of road I could put in there? I don't think I do. I need to get some kind of cobbled road to put in there. I think that would make a lot more sense, but we'll deal with that some other time. But I like the Statue of Wealth. I think that looks pretty good. I think what I'd also maybe do is, let's see here. Let me grab a path and let me see if I can do... let me do something like this. So what we're doing is we're bringing some paths kind of around. I don't know how well this is necessarily going to work. But essentially, if I do this right, I should be able to bring a path straight out of here. And my hoping would be that by doing this, we can make it look a little bit less disconnected, a little bit less sort of separated. Why is that going to be weird? There we go. So that almost looks like, you know, this comes straight through here. Almost. It's obviously not a road, but I think it works a little bit. Let me grab that node and see if I can just push this down a little. That is probably as good as it's going to get. And that way, I don't like that it doesn't go central. Let me try grabbing those two nodes and just plopping them there. And then dragging this one down a little bit. Just to thicken that up ever so slightly. So kind of like that. Just so it looks a little more central. I think that's fine. And people are already using it, which is good. And I think a couple of trees there and we can hide the fact that it's a weird looking path that gets a bit thicker here. Obviously there's a lot of lights on it as well, but that's fine. I don't hate it. I absolutely don't hate it. And I think what we could probably do is similar to what we did around the bus station, where we just put in some hedges. Right? I think we put some hedges around the edges of this. So something kind of like this. Oh no, those are too far apart. But I think some hedges around the edges. That's a sentence that's fun to say. I'm gonna be honest with you. That hedges around the edges has a ring to it. I feel like it could be a slogan of this episode at least. Yeah, I don't hate that. I think we need to bring it in a little bit. So like that is probably fine. We can go ahead and grab it. If we're grabbing the props, that is. So grab the props, put them on the other side. So about there. And then just put them along the back as well and delete the ones in the middle that we don't need. So let's see. I think about there should be fine, and delete you, you, and you. And that seems fine. Yeah, we have this weird gap at the back here, but I think a couple of trees or something will go a long way to hiding that. Or just duplicate it. Just make the hedges at the back a little bit more chunky. And that seems fine by me. We could make the ones on the side chunkier as well, but I don't think we need to do that. But that seems like a start. I think some bollards along the front of this will be kind of good. I think some edging around the town hall as well could be a pretty good idea. I don't hate it. Tali in the Twitch chat says, or just a little road that would make the concrete a bit longer. Yeah. We could certainly do that as well. I'm wondering if, I'm wondering if I did a bit of road there, would it, is that road have lights on it? It actually doesn't, so that road would probably be better. Let's, don't want to destroy you. Let's take this, let's take a chance on this, this idea. Let's take those paths out of there that I put in, all awkward like. And let's try just a section of road going out there. So out like that. And let's do that as well. So I want to grab some nodes, or rather, I guess I want to grab you first. So bring you up to here and bring you out of there. And that is actually kind of perfect. I don't know if people will be able to... I don't know if people are going to be able to actually walk there or not. Like walk off of that road into sort of the park area, but I guess we'll find out. And what we could probably do as well is just essentially just restrict everything. We don't actually need anything going onto this road, I don't think. So just some nice vehicle restrictions should be fine. We'll do parking restrictions on that road as well. We'll do parking restrictions on the main section of road, and we'll see. Let's just keep an eye. So you've got a car, which is interesting. And it doesn't look like anybody's actually going to walk there. Interesting. That's a little disappointing. I could do some paths to fix that. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know that I care enough to do some paths to fix that. So that's kind of just gonna be the way that is. I don't hate it. Oh, hold on a minute. Someone did actually just use it to go through there. Hold on. Maybe they are actually gonna be able to use it. Maybe it's just gonna be rarely used. I don't know. I like I said, I don't hate that. I like that a lot. Some bollards and stuff like that'll be kind of cool to put in, kind of make it look, you know, more integrated with the park. But what I reckon I want to do is I think I do want to put some hedges around the city hall or the town hall or whatever this is. I consider it a town hall. I've been thinking about this, and this is something that's that I'm kind of curious about. So Nerdköping to me is a county, and I think I've mentioned this before, that Nerdköping in my head anyway is a county. It's not a city. Or maybe it is. Nerdköping at some point is probably going to be, there's probably going to be the city of Nerdköping. But but it's also a county, and counties around here are dangerous. The last one of those we had never got finished. And the less said about that, probably the better. But I think to me, Nerdköping is definitely, it's definitely some kind of county. Which means that this little town here needs a name. I don't really know what that name's gonna be. So I'm curious for feedback on what we think this little town should be called. Because I really don't know. I'm really not sure, but I like that. I like that this is kind of boxed in a little bit with some hedges there. It makes it feel a little bit more official. I actually like that a whole lot. So that's a start. I don't think this back here should have hedges along. Well, maybe it should. Maybe the whole thing should have hedges or fences. I guess it is going to be a park, so yeah, the whole thing should probably have some kind of entrances to it. Let's see what we can do there. So small park main gate. Let's do there. And let's do there. Let's do there. And let's do there. And then for, I don't know, exits. I don't know if I care too much about those, if I'm completely honest with you. Not really sure how the park exits are going to work on this. I guess we'll figure that out. Unless we do maybe some exits on this side. Exits on this side will be easy enough. So there and there for that end. And then over here will be something else. But yeah. I don't hate this. I absolutely don't hate this. I think I am going to take that out for the time being though. And I know I said before anyone points out that at one point not that long ago I said the words, I'm not going to pause while I'm building. I think pausing while building this is, I think that's fair. I think that's okay. I don't think it's an issue. But this, let's see. I want to look up this street. That I like. It's starting to feel a bit more official. And that's kind of what I want. I want this to feel like an official kind of city center, town center, whatever it might be. I like it, is what I do. So let's bring these fences up here. Let's just get a nice, simple curve going around that corner. And a nice, simple curve going around that corner. And there we go. That end is completely enclosed. Now, what I'm thinking we'll do is go 1, 2, 3. And go 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to bring the path here straight. I want to say straight through the middle. Which looks a bit, it looks a bit grim. I'm going to be honest. It looks a little bit grim, but I can make this work, I think. So that node is right in the middle there. You're going to be right about there. And you're going to be right about there. We could fix that, couldn't we? We could probably fix that. If I was to go in and do a little something something. So a path about there and a path about there. And upgrade the middle section. And then just bring you forward a bit. And then bring you forward a bit. There we go. That looks a bit better, right? I think that looks the part. So now people can walk through there. They can get around the park area. And that seems fine. I've messed up my hedges ever so slightly. But I don't know that I care too much about that. It's not the end of the world. What I'll do to make up for it, just so people aren't going to be upset about it in Nerdköping, is I'm going to give them some blue trees. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give them these trees. I like these ones better. These are my favorites, personally, but these ones ain't too bad either. Something like that. Okay. I think that's a start. Now all we need to do is connect the paths over here, and we're fine, essentially. So you go... Oh, you do not go like that. Let's see. I'm probably going to want road guidelines to line these up perfectly. Or not. Can I line you up? There we go. So you come out. You come out. And that seems fine. I'm going to want to put some things on it. I'm going to want to put some trees around it. But that seems like a fair start. That seems like a pretty good stab at making this feel more like a, more like some kind of town center. I don't hate it. I definitely don't hate it. I think we could probably do more with statues. I think this space over here, for example, is going to need... It's going to need something. I don't know what that something is, but it's going to need something. Bollards, perhaps. But, you know, it's neat. It's tidy. It's kind of fun. We could put some trees in here. In fact, let's tie these areas together a little bit, because we got those trees down by the bus station. Why don't we do these trees again? In the kind of city center main area. We'll space them out a little bit further. So we'll go for like 4 of them, I think. Seems like a pretty good number. So we'll do 4 of them about there, I would reckon. Just line them up a little bit better. So something a little bit like that. And then we'll copy them. Is what we'll do. I want to, let's see, grab trees. Grab you, and you. And we'll just throw them into this space over here. And that way we have the same trees in this space that we have down in this space, which nicely borders this space. Why do we have so much death? I realize that this is still a management game, and that not only is there death, there's also water shortages across the board. This is why I don't do detailing in City Skylines, because I always forget that there are actually needs. Why? Oh, I know why. Because I disconnected you. I disconnected you. You see, that'll do it. That'll do it. That'll fix our water problem. Now, the death problem is another story. I don't know why people's dead. They've passed away and they're waiting transport. I don't quite know why they're dead. I'm just going to say it right now. I'm honestly not sure what might have killed these people. Is death care an issue? I mean, it's difficult. Cemetery usage is 85%. We have one, right? Yeah. Huh. Yeah, we're probably gonna want we're gonna want to do something about that, I think. When do we get this? We need 13,000 people. This is the 5th episode of this city, and we have 5,500 people here. I don't know if that's I like that, to be completely honest, but I don't know. I don't know about that. All right, well, they're all dead, but at least they're now hydrated. I think the hydration might have came a little bit late, but it's the thought that counts, right?